everyone, I am Katie Chapman and I'm here for my final video blog in IDS 403, Preparing for the Future. This week in class we discussed the very interesting topic of neoevolution. Neoevolution is the theory of evolution that is guided or self-directed by humans, and it focuses on long-term culture change as opposed to evolution through the traditional natural selection of species and adaptations. Basically, neoevolution is humanity using medical and scientific technology to dictate or design how we will evolve. Of course, humans have influenced evolution throughout all of history. However, alterations will no longer take hundreds or thousands of years and instead will be immediate. An example of this technology is how we are now able to alter the life, sex, and the genetics of our children. Through scientific advancement and technology, we are able to determine the health risks of a fetus in an effort to increase its chances of optimal health. Another example of how we directly impact evolution is our ability to genetically modify animals and foods to create hybrids. One very significant potential benefit of neoevolution is being able to use the technological advancements in gene modification to eliminate cancers and various illnesses for ourselves and for our generations to come. This technology would greatly increase health and therefore lengthen life expectancies. Because of this, it can also be seen as a potential drawback. The fact that in improving health we are lengthening life expectancy, it will very likely lead to an overcrowding of our planet, and we would exhaust our natural resources far faster and possibly to the point of depletion. Also, medical ethicist Harvey Feinberg in his TED Talk, Are We Ready for Neoevolution?, asks, would gene modification lead to being selective about which attributes should go to some people but not to others? Would it result in humanity creating a society that is more boring and uniform, or more robust and more versatile? It is not only important but our responsibility to determine what is ethically and morally acceptable within neoevolution, such as whether we as humans have the right to dictate and manipulate the biological makeup of our future descendants as well as other living creatures for our own purposes. For example, Feinberg asked the audience that if they were able to choose an enhanced trait for their children, what would it be? Some of the potential choices were increased strength and endurance within fitness, better memory that is faster and more precise, longer lives with better health and quality of life, superior beauty as in being more attractive and having higher self-confidence, or to be more talented with perfect pitch and artistic ability. Which of these alterations to our genetic capacity would you choose for yourself and for your children and grandchildren? It is not surprising that most of the audience chose to live a longer, healthier life, but is it ethical to choose which traits we want that we feel will enhance the lives of our children, who after all are separate human beings? Additionally, an article I read discussed about how a woman lost her 10-year-old daughter in an accident, and she stated she would clone her daughter if she knew the clone would be the same. I cannot possibly understand the grief this woman has gone through, but is it moral to clone your daughter due to your own personal feelings of grief? Also, has anyone considered that when the daughter gets older and she realizes she is a clone, would she feel like she's a replaceable commodity, a second-class citizen, or maybe even worse? That being said, I do believe that we should continue with technological advancements within neoevolution, but to a point. Using these technologies to prevent a child from having a disease, illness, or maybe even a physical disability would be a wonderful use of this technology, although some people would call it playing God, others would call it life-saving. Correcting eyesight and robotic limbs as replacements are additional advancements that have been positively life-changing for so many. On the other hand, using animals for our own scientific advancement can be cruel and an abuse of technology, especially when it takes away the autonomy of a living creature for the purpose of making it do our own bidding, as bioethicist Paul Root Wolpe stated. I do, however, believe that we should respectfully and responsibly continue to pursue neo-evolutionary technology for advancement, such as for health and saving endangered species, because it could be hugely influential in saving and improving lives. Thank you so much for listening to my final video blog. I have thoroughly enjoyed this class and learned a great deal. I have already begun to think of technology in a much more broad sense than I did previously, and I look forward to continuing my education of technology even after the conclusion of this course. Thank you again.